West Ham are finally out of the relegation zone. A much needed win. Doesn't that feel better? Naifagerd on the 25th minute has got us out of trouble in what was a nervy game that we was all really like not looking forward to. But we've come through. We've won the game, and we'll be back after this. Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers, and yes, West Ham have won. We'll start at the beginning. So when the lineups come out, I was a bit nervous, I have to say. Seeing Fabianski back in goal, Soucek continuing to be starting, and no real difference in the team apart from Fabianski in goal. It was only when Southampton's lineup obviously came out at the same time, but obviously I looked at West Ham's, but it was only when Southampton's lineup came out that it sort of gave me some confidence that they would be a little bit toothless in the game. And not really do much else in the game. So that did give me a bit of confidence. I thought if we could start well, we might have a chance. It took a while. We was iffing and butting in the game. The passing was very off for long periods in the game, which was hard work. And the fans, you could tell the stadium was starting to get a bit annoyed. They started getting a bit buoys and the jeers started to come around, which was very, added to the nerves of the game. However, on the 25th minute, we did win a free kick just outside their box. I say just outside, it was a little bit of a way out. Ball was whipped in fantastically by Tilo Kura, and up jumped Naifagerd like Cristiano Ronaldo to header it down and into the goal for 1-0. It took 3 to 4 minutes of VAR to check that, which was, again, added to the nerves even more. And it looked, typical like VAR, do anything to disallow a West Ham goal. But thankfully it didn't, and it did stand. And it relaxed us for the rest of the first half. They didn't do too much. Fabianski pulled off a good save in the first half low. Past their left back, I think it was Perro. That was a good save. Jared Bowen flashed one just wide in the first half as well. Ben Rama was busy. I thought Emerson was continuously busy down the left-hand side. Soucek wasn't really doing much. One of the better games from Kura as well. Again, wasn't really against anyone that would test him. So it was a nice game for him to ease his way in. The two defenders did well, very solid. Rice was getting the tackles in. Paqueta was doing the defensive work quite well. Wasn't quite there with his attacking side today. But it was better. It's still slow. It's still boring. But as I said to you in my preview video, this is not about performances now. This is all about wins and just getting the wins as quickly as possible and getting it over the line. 1-0 at half time was okay. Like I say, we desperately needed a second goal just to ease those nerves. And we did have some big chances in that second half. Again, Bowen hit the bar. We had one flashed across where Paqueta nearly put it in. We had a couple of half-chance headers. It's one where Danny Ings was put through and he just didn't quite have the support with him. Antonio had one where he forced the corner. But yeah, it was... We huffed and puffed. They had a really good chance towards the end. That just, again, good save from Fabianski. Very unlucky for them. It was a fairly clean game. Koletkar and Bednarak were putting a few little nasty ones in, but nothing too major. It looks like Paul's on now, so I'll bring Paul in. Just Adam.
At last.
Like I say, there's not many people watching anyway, so it's all right. So people hopefully are watching this back. I've gone through the game more or less, mate. But the first half, if you want to give your views on it, mate, obviously. But no, actually, what did you think when the lineups come out?
Very harsh on Areola. to get dropped. I don't think he did anything. The games he did play that warranted him getting dropped. Although, Fabianski had a good game, made some good saves. Not going to
2 really good
knock him
saves.
for that. Yeah, he had a good game, but I thought it was like, we're talking about when we saw the lineup. I thought it was harsh on Areola. Kerr right back. I know a lot of people probably hated that. I don't mind that. I was glad to see Emerson.
I said it, mate. He wasn't up against anyone that was really going to test him today. So it was a good game for him to sort of ease his way. And I thought he played well. He got an assist.
Yeah, I thought he had a good game. The big one, obviously, where we probably all rolled our eyes, was Soucek starting, and
he didn't do anything. I don't think
he didn't do anything.
You could see. And I would sit here and defend him. In a win, I would go, do you know what? He put a few tackles in, or he did a good pass. He did nothing.
No, he didn't do anything, mate. And when Downs came on towards the end and replaced him, all of a sudden that changed the midfield. We started controlling the midfield. We had more of the ball.
He's clever as well at Downs. Downs is clever at those little naughty tackles as well that he just sort of gets away with. Just leaves that foot an extra minute.
Yeah, Soucek was poor. Didn't like seeing him start. Not surprised to see Ings up front, but I called it. Said before the game, can't wait. He's going to be absolutely isolated. He's going to get no service, and that's exactly what happened. And it winds me up, right? That the reason why it looked bad is because of the team wasn't set up to play to his strengths. That's why he looked bad, right? And you can see when he came off, he was frustrated. He weren't happy with the way the game had gone. But the same thing is happening with Scamacca, and everyone's tearing Scamacca to pieces over it. But Ings gets a pass, apparently. Yeah, that winds me up a bit. But it's obvious, it's not the striker. It doesn't matter.
No, it's not his fault, mate. You see, I was saying about when he got put through in the second half. Obviously, he hasn't got pace, do you know what I mean? But he did so well to hold it up for as long as he did. But no one was there to support. There weren't two people bombing on with him.
What was really frustrating as well was literally, I think it was about 30 seconds after he got subbed off, Bowen played a ball across the box that it would have been a tapping for him.
Yeah.
Exactly the sort of ball that he thrives on. But we didn't do that. All game, we didn't do it. And then as soon as he goes off, we do it.
Yeah.
But, Ings needs to be playing up front with a partner. He can't be playing up on his own. If he was going to play Harry played today, Bowen needed to be closer to him.
Yeah.
And Rama had a good game.
I did say when Southampton's lineup came out, that sort of gave me a bit of confidence because there wasn't anyone that I thought there was no one there that really scared me. To be honest with you, I know you were saying about that boy who hadn't scored and typical West Ham would concede.
He was terrible anyway.
Apart from giving free kicks away around the edge of the box, which we were very disciplined at, and we didn't give nothing away dangerous. Obviously, that was their main threat. I thought defensively we looked quite good. But yeah, I did say the first 20 minutes, mate, you could see the fans were getting frustrated. The booth started ringing, the passing.
Yeah, we were lucky the goal came when it did because the fans weren't happy. I weren't happy watching it. I thought, and even though we won the game, and obviously at this stage of the season, that is all that matters. Is the win. All that matters is the 3 points. But we were terrible. We were poor. We were really poor. Apart from the goal, we had no shots on target. We had less possession.
I think that's a bit misleading. I know we didn't have no shots on target, but Bowen had one that just went wide. Bowen hit the bar. Paqueta had the one right at the end. There were chances, but I get what you're saying by shots on target. But hitting the bar for me still on target. Because it was such a. Do you know what I mean? It was unlucky, weren't it, with that one that hit the bar?
Yeah. No, it was. But then they hit the bar as well.
Yeah, no, they did. They did.
I thought it was poor. I thought we played poor. I thought we were terrible, and we were at home against. Yeah, we got the goal, and it was a good goal as well.
Ball whipped in, and a good got up like Cristiano Ronaldo. I said, what did you think, mate? He got up really well.
Yeah, he got up really well, really good header, really good ball as well. Whipped in by Kera. It was a really good ball, really good header. VAR was a joke that it took so long. Yeah. I know we had about 4 players that were offside.
4 minutes.
But yeah, it was a joke that VAR took so long.
Yeah, but yeah, 1-0, bit of relief. Like I say, Bowen because Bowen had 2 big chances. I think he hit the bar in the second half, didn't he? The first half was the one that just blazed over, wasn't it? Just by the corner. So that was unlucky. Fabianski pulled off a good low save from their left back. I think it was Perrault. That was a good save, but we desperately needed the second goal. And that's my fear going forward towards the end of the season. Like I've put down there on the ticker tape at the bottom that we need 3 more wins. And we've got to kill games off. Like you say, it's not about performances now. It's just kill games off.
Yeah, I mean, we scraped a win from a set piece, which was a good goal. It was a good goal and we won. But in my opinion, it was a poor performance. We scraped a win against the worst team in the league. And like you say, mate, now we've got to try and pick up more, 3 wins? If only one. Yeah. That's only our 7th win all season.
Well, mate, it's what is it? 27 and 27, isn't it? A point a game. If we kept that form, though, we would stay up, in my opinion. 38 points will be enough this year, no? Do you not think?
Yeah, I think so. It's because it is so tight. And to be fair, I think this game was massive. It was a massive game. I think if we lost this game, obviously we would have been bottom. I think that would have completely destroyed the team. And I think that would have been game over. But now, let's look at the positives. We're 14th. We've got a game in hand on the teams below us. Yes, that game in hand's against Man City, but it's still there.
Our goal difference. I look at our goal difference, and again, it's so bad to look at that. But -9. That is an extra point. It is. If it does come down to that last 2-3 games.
Yeah. After today, I'm more hopeful of us staying up. But it's still going to go to the wire.
There's still going to be some twists and turns. Obviously, Newcastle on Wednesday, that is not an easy game. I fancy them to beat Manchester United today, to be honest with you. Like someone like Isaac, are we going to be able to deal with that? St. Maxim running against Kura, if he starts Kura, is going to be fun and games. Gomes versus Paqueta in the midfield, and then I think, is it Fulham after that? Fulham without Mitrovic. They got beaten by Bournemouth yesterday, though. So, again, that's one you've got to be looking at for a win, isn't it? In the games coming up.
Yeah.
Win at home games. I think we stay up.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. We
Palace, Leicester, I think, are in there. Leeds, Leicester's last game of the season, but hopefully we're out of it before then.
We need to target the home games. Absolutely. We'll see. I'm still not confident because I thought today was a poor game.
I'm not.
Against, like I say, the worst team in the league. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I
just hope we can just get over that line now.
That's it, mate. I'm just so bored of this season now. I'm so bored of it. I'm bored of watching us. I'm bored of listening to Moyes talk. I'm just bored of this season. I just want it over. Get this season done with.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. What you want as well, like I say, we play. It was 11 games we play in April, so that's now 10. What you want is it done by April, so that we can fully concentrate on that Europa Conference League. And then, if we're out of it, then you can really just enjoy that. Hopefully, if we can get through semi-final, hopefully the final, we can really just enjoy that and not have this hoodoo on our back of relegation. That's my hope going forward for the next few games. That's the only thing we can look forward to now.
Yeah, no, absolutely, you're right. And a win to win that, I'll be. I was looking during the week at tickets for Prague for the final. I didn't buy them. I haven't bought them yet because
don't do it.
I'll be honest. I don't think we're going to get there. But the thing is if we do get there, obviously I'm going to go.
Oh, you have
to. But I was looking at it. I'm like, I don't know. We'll wait. I was waiting to see what happened this weekend, and I don't know. Not
yet. I wouldn't do it yet.
No, I'm not confident that we'll get to the final yet.
I'll wait to the first leg of the semi-final.
Problem is that the prices just go woof.
Yeah, I know.
The prices go through the roof. I know. But yeah, like you say, mate, that's the only thing we can look forward to. And you need to really hope that we do win it. And then it gives us Europe next year and it gives us a chance of holding on to our good players.
Yeah. And it gives, I know we sort of touched on it in WhatsApp earlier, mate. And it's slightly off topic from the review, but you said, mate, if he kept us up and won it, the fear is he stays then. And
That's
this
the fear, mate.
And I want him to keep us. Obviously, I don't care about David Moyes no more, but I want him to keep us up. I want us to win it, but then I want him gone. And then I want a new manager to come in and go, Benrahma, you're my main man. Paqueta, Scamacca, we're going to become more expansive, play better football. Because if he stays, it's just, it's ridiculous if he stays.
I think that's what everybody wants.
But is it a successful season though, mate? If we finished 15th and won the Europa Conference League, could you understand why pundits would go, but that's a successful season for West Ham?
No, yeah, you could understand it. You could understand it. And that's why I said to you earlier, if he keeps us up, like you say, if he keeps us up, we finish 15th and we win the Europa Conference.
First trophy in 40 years.
Yeah, they won't sack him. They can't sack him. How can they sack him after that? I would still want him sacked. I would still want him to... I would want him to actually walk away. I'd want him to say, if we won the trophy, I would love for him to say, right, I won the trophy.
In that way. They say, look, we're not going to sack you, but you're allowed to leave on a higher note. You say that you're walking away. You're going.
Leaves with his stock okay, trophy in the bag that he can put on his mantelpiece that he hasn't got. Maybe goes to another job somewhere else. That's what I hope would happen. But yeah, if we win the ECL and he keeps us up, they won't sack him.
And that's the fear for that for me, mate, is there's too many players that he's, what's the word? Isolated now. Lanzini probably would have gone anyway, but I'm talking maybe a Fornals. Scamacca's gone. If David Moyes stays, Scamacca's gone. Maybe even Paqueta as well. And
I think a lot of players, mate. There's loads of rumours about breakdowns behind the scenes and also breakdowns between him and Kevin Nolan, apparently quite serious. I know everyone probably saw the
iPad kick and that,
Yeah, no, what's your guy? You like the channel Claret and Booze, is that it?
Oh yeah, that was good.
His video about the sort of behind the scenes thing. I'm sure everybody see that. It's messy. It's so messy at the minute. And even today, there was a point where the ball went out for a throw near the dugout, and Moyes had the ball in his hand, and he went to give it to, I can't remember who he went to give it to. I think it was Benrahma. Benrahma just walked past him, didn't even look at him, and then he ended up giving the ball to Emerson. But it's little things like that. Like
what you got to hope is that the players are just doing it for themselves now. And
I think so. Yeah,
actually, as players, they're a team. Maybe they're not behind him, but as a team, they're behind him.
You hope so, mate. You hope so.
Yeah. Couple more things. Who was your man of the match today? I'd give it to Emerson, to be honest. I thought he was fantastic.
I think Emerson had a good game. I would probably give it to...
two centre-backs did well, actually.
I think Rice did have a good game. I think Benrahma had a brilliant game. I'd probably give it to Benrahma, actually.
Yeah. I really like Emerson, though. There were question marks. Can he play left-back by himself, or is he just a left wing-back? I think he's answered a lot of them questions recently. I think he can play left back.
Yeah, he's shown that he can. He's shown that he can play left back. We know that he can play left back from his time at previous clubs and for Italy. I like him. He's a good player, and he's such an improvement on Cresswell. He really is. Yeah, like for going forward.
Chris Levy says so uninspiring performance. Just poor. It doesn't matter about performances though now, mate. I get exactly what you're saying, and me and Paul have said it. But all it matters now is them 3 points. That is all that matters.
I 100% agree, though, Chris. I thought it was a terrible game. I thought we were awful. But as Luke says, we got the 3 points, and at this stage, that's what matters. But yeah, we were poor. We were terrible.
Afternoon, boys. Not a great game, but fantastic result. Now on to Newcastle on Wednesday. Not going to be easy, that one. A good man of the match.
Yeah, very, very good game, Aguerd. Yeah. Obviously got the goal,
Block 238. I was in. The atmosphere was poor. Happy that it's a clean sheet, but it's time we switched off. Paqueta was amazing and a good. I thought Paqueta was good defensively, but attacking-wise, some of it did let him down. There was some lovely little flicks he did, but he's not quite the finished article yet. And I'm a big fan. Listen, I'm a massive fan. Looks like me and Paul went for the same thing. You went.
Mate, I was going to say, we're doing the past and present.
This is my good luck shirt. I have not seen us winning our shirt this season, so I stopped wearing that completely. And I thought I'm going to go back to the Paolo shirt, and try and hope that Paolo gives us some luck.
That's it, mate. Yeah. No, I did notice that when I came on, the past and present, the old OG and the new one, they're very similar, aren't they?
The Paolo shirt, I called it. I'm going Newcastle. I want a better performance. Yeah. I think
Good luck, mate. I think Newcastle, we were...
Newcastle
and I think this is the thing. Talk about, Paqueta he was very good defensively. I think he had like 3 times as many tackles as anyone else on the team. He was very good defensively. But when he picks the ball up, who's he supposed to pass it to? There's nobody in front of him.
Well, the thing is, they must look around, mate. You know what it's like. We've not played football to a decent level at all. But, when you look around and you're like, I can't pass to him, meaning Soucek, because he's going to get us back running the other way. And we don't want to run the other way because he stands there stiff. He hasn't got the feet to get out of trouble. He can't pass his way out of trouble. So it's only between sort of him, Rice and Ben Rama that are actually really good on the ball.
And we're scared of pinging passes as well now. Like there were so many times when the ball was in the middle of the pitch and Ben Rama was on the wing screaming for it, literally waving his hands around, screaming for it. But rather than play that pass straight out to him, it had to go, oh, right, okay, it's with Bowen. It has to go to Soucek. Then it has to go to Paqueta. Then it has to go to Rice. Then it goes to Emerson. And then eventually it goes to Ben Rama when he's been standing there on his own for 5 minutes in acres of space. And by the time the ball gets to him, he's got a man on him.
Yeah.
We're terrified of like pinging the ball. Yeah, I don't know. It weren't good. I think it'll be Newcastle. We'll see us back to let's try and defend as much as we can. I think we were doing that a lot today.
I think with Newcastle is they start really well. Like they come out of blocks really quick. They did it against us at St James's Park. So we've got to be ready. We've got to be ready for them. Right, last few comments, and we're going to wrap it up. It's not a podcast, guys. We might. I haven't asked Paul, but I'm off now for Easter. So maybe we could get together and do a podcast maybe Thursday morning before work after the Newcastle game. That'd be quite a nice time to do one.
Sounds good, yeah.
Relieved to win. Fabianski's distribution is frustrating so many times straight back to Sutton. Yeah, that is one thing that Ariola is better at. We played like the second worst team against the worst team. Hopefully we played better the 7th worst team. And Newcastle are under par on Wednesday. Moyes is a tactical nightmare. Yeah, I think with Newcastle game, it depends what happens today. If they get a really confident result against Manchester United, their towers are going to be up. And it could be a really, really long night for us. We had a purple patch after we scored. Blimey. Does Moyes give them all the Valium before they come on the pitch? So slow after half time. We are so slow at starting, mate. They even said it, didn't we? We are still yet to score a goal in the first 20 minutes, is it? Or first 15 minutes of a game?
15, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's poor. It just shows we don't start well.
No.
Do you think taking Danny Ings off was a good idea? Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Antonio and Ings go together. I think we all would have liked to have seen that. Don't know about you, Paul.
Personally, I would have brought Antonio on for Soucek. I would have pushed Bowen in the middle with Ings, and I would have put Antonio on the right. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have hoped to have done. Because Ings, again, if everyone is just joining us, I said this even before the game started. It was so obvious that he was going to just be an isolated figure, as all West Ham strikers are. We could sign Ireland, and he'll probably score 2 goals a season.
Yeah. We could have signed Prime Drogba, who's the best lone striker ever. And he wouldn't score a goal for West Ham. Yeah,
it's so obvious that he needs players up around him, and he just didn't get that today. And absolutely, I would have kept him on, but I would have took off Soucek and I would have put someone on to go up front with him.
We need to see Cornet on Wednesday. Yeah, I would like to see him. Obviously, he's hopefully 2-3 weeks back to what he was. We haven't played a game for a long, long time, and I think that says a lot as well. We haven't played a game for so long, and we're still so slow, so slow. Anyway, guys, like I say, just a short and sweet review. We'll do a proper podcast, hopefully, in the week. Me and Paul was going to do one, but obviously, Paul was up playing FIFA or watching WrestleMania or something. I don't know.
Mate, no, do you know what? It was so the missus was out last night with her mate, and then I had to go and pick them up. I wasn't doing anything. I was sitting indoors watching John Wick 3. And then I come home, and then it was so late anyway, and then I just could not go to sleep. It was one of them where it doesn't matter what you do,
it's horrible.
Can't go to sleep. So I was up to everything was winding me up. The cats were running around, winding me up, and it was about 5:30 in the morning before I actually got sleep. There was no chance I was waking up in the morning to do a podcast.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
I should have stayed up and just watched WrestleMania, mate. It would have been a better use of my night.
WrestleMania, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I believe there's about 30 of you in there watching live now. So please hit the like button if you haven't already and subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching it back, again, hit the like button. The views have been fantastic recently. We're well on the race for 5K. That's the next target. Anyway, guys, until next time, come on, you irons. Keep believing just about. And one last question for Paul. Right here, right now, are West Ham staying up?
It's going to go down to the wire, but I think yes. After today, yes. I hope.
Yeah, I think just.
But it's going to be close.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
Yes. But there's going to be some roller coasters between now and the end.
I don't think we've seen the last of us in the bottom 3 yet.
No. Anyway, guys, keep believing. Let's go.
Cheers.